Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today, and I am just got finished actually putting a lot of the stuff away that I got. If you didn't see my previous video, you'll see all the groceries I got, and somebody asked me, and I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys, I only paid about $320 for all of those bags that you saw in the previous video. So, um, and that literally is about 3 months worth of meat. I think it totals something like 60. Hello. I think it totals somewhat like 60 pounds of ground beef, about 30 pounds of chicken. I got all of my vegetables and things that I need specifically for my carb diet, low carb diet. All the cheeses I needed, all the sugar-free jello, all that kind of stuff. But right now I'm going to show you guys, I even got greens, but I'm going to show you guys right now how to make this casserole dish that I am going to show you guys how to make. And what you need is you need some ground beef. So we have our ground beef ready in the pan right here. You're going to need some eggs, or you can use these. Now, a lot of the casseroles that I'm going to be doing, you guys, I recommend that you buy the liquefied egg whites. For one, it is easy as far as storage in the fridge. For two, since you're on a low-carb diet, you always have to keep eggs. And I find it just easier if I'm trying to use things like trying to add substance to like a casserole, or either I'm trying to hurry up and fix scrambled eggs. It's best if I just keep it like this. Now, when I want eggs for like a chef salad or something like that, I keep these. So I just recommend that you have both. Now, as far as the reason why I use egg whites instead of just the whole egg, as far as liquefied, is because the egg whites hold it, it binds it really well, but yet it doesn't add a color to your casserole. So by it being clear, kind of blends it with everything versus a egg substitute or a liquefied egg that has the yellow. So hope you understand what I'm saying. So what we did was I beat not the egg whites, but I used regular egg, and this is a total of 3 of the large eggs. And I beat that. I also have, besides the green pepper, besides the ground beef, I'm going to dice up green pepper. I'm also going to dice up 1 stalk of celery and also onion. Okay? We have our whole eggplant right here, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a Atkins-friendly lasagna. This you're going to need with your egg mixture in a separate bowl. What this is just your regular standard grated Parmesan cheese. And the carb count in this is 0. And what you want to do is you want to build casseroles. So A, you can have things on the go. You can hurry up and just grab it. You don't have to, cook every day necessarily. And C, it's economical. And D, you want to be able to fix things that is just different for your palate, so that you don't get into that rut of not having different stuff and just getting bored. I think that if you just take time and develop recipes and stuff, then around the stuff that you can eat, then you won't have a problem. So you're going to need all of these ingredients, and you're also going to need cheese. Okay? So you're basically going to make ground beef and saute all your vegetables together except for the eggplant. Okay? Now, the purpose of the eggplant is basically to layer it like you would do noodles. Now, what we're going to do with our eggplant, you guys, is we're going to slice it, not too thin, but you're going to slice it about the thickness of a little bit thicker than a lasagna noodle. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to lay it down in the egg wash. Then you're going to coat it with the Parmesan cheese. And then you're going to put it in a pan with a little bit of butter. And you're going to saute your eggplant. The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want just like you don't want lasagna noodles cooked crunchy, you don't want your eggplant to be crunchy. You want that to be limp, and you want it to be tender. And what that does is it gives it another layer of flavor, because eggplant is one of those vegetables that basically adapts to whatever flavoring that you have in the dish. So just like a lasagna, you're going to use the eggplant as your noodles, you guys, okay? It's kind of difficult. I'm on the phone, so I can't show you guys by cutting it up. But I'm trying to walk you through the steps, okay? So again, slice it somewhat thin, about that thick, I would say. You want to slice it about that thick. You're going to coat it in this, which is your egg mixture. Then you're going to dip it into your Parmesan cheese mixture. And then you're going to transfer it to your pan, your hot pan that has a little bit of butter in it. And go ahead and brown that on both sides. Then just set them aside. And then you're going to use that as your layering technique for your wannabe noodles. Now, as far as the ground beef, I'm going to go ahead and slice up this celery in it. I'm going to also slice up some of this, probably half of this green pepper, and also half of this onion. I'm going to dice that up into the ground beef and let that actually saute with the ground beef. Once that's done, this is the spaghetti sauce I'm using. Now, I have literally about 40 jars of spaghetti sauce, but they're not no salt added. I've looked at the comparison as far as spaghetti sauces. And again, you have to look at the labels, you guys, because if you do not look at the labels, you'll actually wind up, if you don't read your labels, you'll wind up using things that you think is carb friendly and it's not. Example, this has 3.5 servings, okay? So it's 3.5 servings. The total amount of carbs is going to be 4, okay, because you subtract that 1 from the fiber. So that's 4. So that's 4 times 3 is what? 12. And then you have that half. So that's an extra, let's say, 2. So that's 14 carbs for this whole container. However, it's not bad to have 14 because you're going to fix an entire casserole. Okay, so altogether, this is probably going to be, this meal is probably going to be a total of, because you got to count for the vegetables, probably going to be about a total of about 24 carbs for the entire dish. Now, mind you, this is compared to lasagna, and you're not going to eat the whole pan. So at 24 carbs, that's still induction phase friendly, even if you was to eat the entire pan by yourself for one day. Just think about that, okay? So say if you eat a half a pan, which is still a lot, okay, but say you spread it out over your lunch and your dinner. If you eat a half a pan of this, you guys, that literally is only, what, 11 grams of carbs? That's not a lot anyway. And even on induction phase, don't forget you're allowed to have 20 carbs per day. So that's a great, great meal and great casserole to fix, you guys, even on induction phase that I'm showing you how to fix. Okay? So these are great meals to try to incorporate into your, even if you're beginning Atkins diet, trying to incorporate them into your diet. Now, let me just compare really quickly, just for your own educational purposes. I have some regular standard Prego. Now let's see the carb count. If you see the carb count, this is 13 grams per serving. Subtract the 3, so that's 10 grams per serving versus this is 4 grams per serving. That's a huge difference, you guys. It's a difference between 10 per serving and 4 per serving. That's literally, you subtracted about 65% of carbs off by just using this kind, which is the no salt added. Big, humongous difference, okay? Now, they have low-carb noodles and stuff like that out. I am very much aware of them, but I literally want to stick with, because of nutritional reasons and stuff like that, and I know what works for my body, I'm basically sticking to no white stuff whatsoever. I'm not using any pasta, no sugar. I'm not using any flour of any kind. I'm not using any potatoes, any rice products or rice, none of that kind of stuff. And whether it's a substitute or not, I'm just not even using it because I really am getting into trying to lift weights and actually not only losing weight but becoming toner and all that kind of stuff. So I just choose not to use it, but you can use it if you like, and it's called Dream Castle pasta if you're interested in having a pasta substitute not really a pasta substitute, but a lower carb pasta. So, but like I said, this is the sauce we're going to use. This can basically will do your whole entire dish. Again, cut these vegetables, these meaning the celery, the onion, and the green pepper down in your ground beef. Cut these medium size, layer it in your egg mixture, then your Parmesan cheese mixture, then you're going to saute it in a pan, lay them aside, then just simply layer your baking dish with the egg noodles, the meat, sauce, cheese, and then do it over and over and over again until you actually build it like a lasagna. Put it in the oven on about 350, and you have a great dish that's ready for you and your entire family to eat. And you can also have plenty of leftovers. So I will show you the end results, you guys. I hope I walked you through this accurately. I'm not able to cut and dice and all of that kind of stuff with you guys, with me holding a phone, of course, but I wanted to definitely walk you through how to fix this, and you'll see in the end result how yummy it actually looks. So, on that note, you guys, I love you so. Enjoy, think outside the box, and also know that you too can lose weight and eat on a more healthier fashion, but yet eat yummy things. So, all right, you guys, be blessed.